Hey everybody. Alright, so I finally got to see Wonder Woman 84 today at long last. And I appreciate that it is proving to be quite a divisive film. Some people are loving it, some people are hating it. I am very much on the love it side of things. I'll preface this by saying that I do fully accept that the story makes no sense. And it is, this film is, it's very goofy in parts, so I can appreciate all of that. Yeah, it is pretty out there, and it is understandable why a lot of people are having problems with this. But I was, obviously, it's all subjective. I was just able to enjoy myself with this. I was able to just get past any issues regarding plot and goofiness. I mean, you've got to remember I'm the guy who likes Highlander 2, so take that for what it's worth. So, operate not with that mindset. I really, really loved this. I actually would go so far as to say I prefer this to the first one. I know I'm very much in the minority, but this really landed with me. And a couple of things I did want to spotlight as high points of the film. I'll try to keep away from spoilers. You got to be fair. So one thing we can start off with, without spoiling anything, is the way this film is a beautiful looking film. The way it's shot, the cinematography of it all, right from the word go, because we open on Themyscira, Paradise Island, and the way that all of that is shot it's absolutely gorgeous. And another thing to go in hand with the cinematography, this was shot on film, and you look at it in parts, and it really adds to a very authentic 80s feel to it. You can see, oh, it's shot on film like an 80s film would be. Digital's great, but film, if you can shoot on film, and that goes to the other thing of the whole 80s vibe, the 80s feel, the way they've gone about reconstructing and bringing to life that time period of 1984. Everything looks fantastic. The outfits, the way they created the city. Obviously, most of it takes place in Washington D.C., but it's great. I mean, it's got the mall from Commandos in there, and of course there's the whole gala that Diana Prince goes to, and it's great. But yeah, it's a real cool world to spend some time in, but yeah, that was one of the things that I was really interested going into this, seeing, okay, let's have see what they do with this 80s setting, this 80s time period. Let's see what fun they have with it. A couple of people have said, they might not have taken full advantage of the music at the time. Obviously, they had Blue Monday in the trailer, but there isn't all that many 80s songs throughout the film, so I think that's a fair criticism. It would have been nice to have really gone all out on the soundtrack and had some real great 80s stuff in there. But there's still some cool stuff soundtrack wise. And then obviously that gets us on to Hans Zimmer, because obviously Hans Zimmer is coming back. Hans Zimmer and Junkie XL came up with the iconic Wonder Woman theme, so it was exciting to have him back doing Wonder Woman 84, because obviously he was noticeably absent from the first Wonder Woman film. But again, Hans Zimmer, brings that cool. The Wonder Woman theme is used sparingly throughout the film, but when it is used, it does have its make its appearances throughout the film, and it's cool when it shows up. You're like, yes, here we go. One other thing, of course, is the beautiful Lie music cue that plays over the opening credits to Batman v Superman. That is used here. Um, it's really effectively used. It really adds an emotional punch to the scene where it's used. So that was a nice, real highlight. We got to talk about as well though. Gotta say, 80s setting. Gal Gadot rocking the 80s hair and the various outfits that she gets to. The real star of the film is that gorgeous white dress with the fantastically high slit in the leg. That was yeah. Um, of course, we get to see Kristen Wiig in some truly wonderful 80s workout gear, which was a nice moment, shall we say. You talk about things that age well. I still don't have problem. I still don't have any problem with 80s female workout gear. The leotards still get the seal of approval, but we will move on to the action. Yes, because one of the things, the it's been made that the action is spread maybe a bit thin throughout this film because it's a 2.5 hour film, and there are only a handful of set pieces, action set pieces in the film, and that's a fair point. But I will say, I did like the way the action was done in this one, because one problem I had with the first film, even though that no man's land sequence is still absolutely remarkable, there was a lot of slow motion in the action stuff from the first film, and that really bothered me. Whereas in this film, they really moved away from the slow motion stuff. I mean, it's in there in parts, but it's used a lot more sparingly, and I was really thankful for that. Of course, we have a really cool action set piece at the White House, and we have a cool convoy sequence reminiscent of, a lot of people have been comparing it to the Raiders of the Lost Ark sequence, and both of them very, very cool sequences. The fight with Cheetah, I really, really did enjoy. I preferred that to the fight with Ares at the end of the first Wonder Woman film. Obviously, that's, and a lot of people have cited the Wonder Woman Ares fight is kind of where the wheels came off in the first film, whereas the final fight in this one between Wonder Woman and Cheetah, really, really liked that. I mean, I've got to say, I know a lot of people have been, they've had issues with the design of Cheetah in this. I really liked it. There's a gorgeous shot when she comes face to face with Kristen Wiig's character in a cheetah form for the first time. Diana and her come face to face, and you see her step out the shadows, and I really, really, and it does look terrifying, I like the eyes as well. There's some close-ups where it shows you Cheetah's face, and what they've done with the eyes is really cool. We must also talk, of course, about the chemistry, because obviously Chris Pine's back. I didn't. A lot of people have had problems with the way they brought Chris Pine back. I obviously was able to get past it, but maybe it could have been done in a better way. Again, we'll leave it there. But of course, their chemistry is still top notch. Watching Gal Gadot and Chris Pine together is still an absolute joy. And you know they are the heart and soul in a lot of ways. You can't have one without the other, so it's understandable why they felt the need to bring Chris Pine back to be in this. And he gets some really cool stuff to do. And obviously he gets to play a role in the action still, so really good. And obviously getting to see the role reversal with him being the fish out of water this time, catching up with what's happened in the last 60, 70 years, walking around wide-eyed. What the hell is all this stuff? He plays it really good, and obviously Chris Pine's great, so he really, really does elevate it. So Gal Gadot and Chris Pine, as good as they were together in the last movie, I felt. Gal Gadot, you can see obviously she is limited as an actress, of course. This is true, but she does continue to improve. She does really good. You can see she's trying. She's giving it everything she has, and yeah, she does really good. She's totally reliable. Yeah, she does. Again, she's putting her heart and soul into it. Can't ask for anything better than that. Pedro Pascal is the absolute shining star of this film as Max Lord. He gives the best performance in the movie, I think. And of course, the stuff with him, I'll just say the stuff between him and his son has a real emotional impact, you know. It really humanises Pedro Pascal's character. And you talk about screen presence and charisma, he's just carrying scenes. He's having the time of his life, but then of course when we get into like the deep emotional stuff, you know, the way he's able to flip it, he's fantastic. Pedro Pascal, he really is the shining star of this. We've got to also mention the Golden Eagle armor. You know, when we're going about awesome, cool outfits, the Golden Eagle armor is something to behold, and obviously the way Gal Gadot looks in it. You know, like the thigh highs and yeah, it's real nice. I hope we get to see more of the Golden Eagle armor. Yeah, cause it looks cool and she looks sexy in it. Yeah, and it was a nice little addition, you know, and obviously it's been on all the posters, Gal Gadot rocking the Golden Eagle armor, and it looks cool, so and you know, she still has it again, not to spoil anything, but she still has it at the end of the film, so I've got to wonder if we're going to see it show up in future installments, be it Wonder Woman 3 or maybe there might be another Justice League movie. Um, we'll see. But it'd be cool to see a Rocket again in the future. So that pretty much wraps it up. Of course, there's a real nice surprise in the mid credits. There's a mid credit scene to stick around for. Really nice little surprise in there, which just adds to it. You know, it's a real cool little moment. But yeah, that brings us to a close. I really don't think the film deserves the hate it's been getting. It's it's because, and some people might feel this as a cop out, but I will say it anyway. It's a film it doesn't belong in the current generation of superhero or comic book films. I think that's the problem. You watch this and it has the feel of something more in keeping with the Christopher Reeve Superman films or the two Tim Burton and Michael Keaton Batman films. It really feels more at home with them than the modern comic book movie stuff. So I think that's one of the reasons why people have a problem with it. But obviously you've got to accept there's still a problematic plot. You know, the whole basically monkey paw. Be careful what you wish for. Thing, and you know that's fair enough. You know, I'll give them that. It is a bit of a head scratcher to say the least, but obviously I was able to get through it, and that didn't spoil it for me. But I understand if it spoiled it for other people, it's understandable. So that brings us to a close. I really like this. I had a lot of fun, and I'll definitely be picking it up when it comes out on Blu-ray. It'll have pride of place. So yeah, really liked it, but I understand a lot of people won't and a lot of people haven't. But I hope, and obviously it's come out at an unfortunate time. You know, it'd been pushed back and pushed back. I mean, this is a film that was supposed to come out in 2019 at one point, so they couldn't have held it for any longer. But I hope it's able to do. Obviously, it's just come out today over here in the UK, so I hope it's able to, you know, they're able to mitigate the damage as much as possible. But yeah, again, just going with an open mind and try to have fun with it. I really did, and I hope you guys enjoy it too. Again, feel free, please, to share your thoughts. because it's all subjective. But I hope you enjoy it, and I will look forward to seeing you all next time. Thank you for listening to me ramble, and I wish you all the best. Thank you, everybody. Bye bye.